When you think of REO Speedwagon, what comes to mind? Perhaps it's the soaring power ballads that defined a decade, or maybe it's the charismatic stage presence that captivated millions. But beneath the polished exterior lies a complex web of motivations and pressures that powered the band through the tumultuous waters of fame in the 80s rock scene. Today, we'll delve into the hidden psychological layers behind REO Speedwagon's public persona, examining the masks they wore and the pressures they faced in maintaining their iconic image. In the public eye, REO Speedwagon embodied a certain larger-than-life confidence. Yet at its core, what was the band truly chasing? At a surface level, it may have seemed like they were driven by a desire for success and recognition. However, digging deeper, we find an Enneagram Type 3 influence, often characterized by an inner need to project an image of success and avoid failure at all costs. This type is known for its adaptability, often reshaping itself to fit the expectations of others, much like a chameleon navigating the ever-changing demands of the music industry. The formative ecosystem in which REO Speedwagon operated was a high-pressure environment fueled by the relentless demands of record labels and the ever-watchful eyes of their audience. This fame machine rewarded their commercially successful image, but also created a system where deviation from that image could mean a fall from grace. The band was caught in a dance between artistic authenticity and the commercial formula that guaranteed them a spot on the charts. Within the band's dynamic, we see a fascinating interplay of relationships. There were allies among the group who shared a common vision, but there were also rivalries and tensions inherent in any creative collective. The romanticized image of rock stars cast them as heroes in a public narrative. Yet in private, they might have struggled with isolation, where the camaraderie on stage hid deeper individual battles. This brings us to the dichotomy of the public mask versus private pressure. The audience saw a band at the top of their game, yet the role demanded constant maintenance of that image. The very traits that made them successful, their drive, charisma, and relentless work ethic, could become sources of stress when taken to extremes. Here, the Enneagram Type 3 shadow looms large, the fear of being unmasked as inauthentic or a failure. This fear can lead to a vicious cycle of over-identification with success and a relentless pursuit of the next big hit to stave off the ever-present threat of irrelevance. In this tension between growth and shadow, we find the double-edged nature of the band's gifts. Their ability to captivate audiences was both their greatest strength and a potential trap, as the same charisma that drew people in could also keep them locked in a persona that wasn't entirely authentic. The journey to integrate these aspects, embracing the true self without the mask, was a complex dance with the very industry that celebrated their facade. Where do you recognize these patterns in your own life? Have you ever felt the pressure to maintain a role because it was what others expected of you? Perhaps you've worn a mask to fit in or to be seen in a certain light. It's a universal human experience, one that transcends the music industry and speaks to the core of our social interactions. As we reflect on REO Speedwagon's journey, we're reminded that the pursuit of success, while rewarding, can also come with its own set of challenges. It's a story of navigating identity, both as individuals and as a collective, within the high-stakes ecosystem of fame. And as we peel back the layers of their public persona, we see not just a band of rock legends, but a mirror reflecting the complexities of the human condition itself. The tension between persona and authenticity is a dramatic ballet played out on the stage of REO Speedwagon's career. Each band member, in their own way, wrestled with the archetype of the performer, a role that demands a seamless blend of visibility and vulnerability. Publicly, they epitomized the hero archetype, champions in the arena of rock and roll. Yet beneath the glittering spotlight, they contended with their inner shadows, those parts of themselves that feared exposure and the loss of admiration. The Enneagram. Type 3's drive for success is rooted in a deep desire for validation and worthiness. This can create a paradoxical relationship with the self, where personal value becomes inextricably linked to public approval. For REO Speedwagon, the relentless tour schedules and media appearances were not just professional obligations. They were rituals designed to reinforce their constructed identities. In doing so, they often risked losing sight of who they were beyond the accolades and chart-topping hits. Consider the momentary pauses between performances, the quiet in the dressing rooms, the solitude of hotel rooms that stand in stark contrast to the roaring crowds. It's here where the performer sheds the costume, if only briefly, and faces the inner dialogues that question the sustenance and sustainability of their efforts. The fear of being discovered as a mere mortal, devoid of the sparkle that fame demands, can be overwhelming. This dichotomy is not unique to artists. It's an echo of the human fear of being seen as less than in any realm where we've invested our identity. The band members' interactions also reveal the complex dynamics of a living system, each individual both contributing to and drawing from the collective energy. The mentor archetype often appears in these settings, not necessarily as a singular figure, but as a shared wisdom that emerges from collaboration. Their music, a tapestry woven from diverse personal experiences and talents, acted as a container for this wisdom, a place where individual strengths merge to create something greater than the sum of its parts. Yet within this intricate ecosystem, the trickster archetype also played a role. The unpredictability of fame and fortune, the capricious nature of public taste, and the ever-present possibility of creative burnout served as constant reminders of life's inherent instability. This unpredictability forced the band to adapt, innovate, and sometimes redefine their artistic vision, essentially embracing change not as a threat, but as a vital force in their evolution. The journey towards shadow integration, though fraught with challenges, also offered profound opportunities for growth. By facing the fear of rejection and the discomfort of vulnerability, the members of REO Speedwagon could begin to cultivate a deeper self-awareness. This process, akin to the Enneagram's path from stress to growth, encouraged them to move beyond mere success metrics and towards a more authentic expression of their artistry. In the larger narrative, this echoes a universal truth, that true mastery lies not in outward achievements alone, but in the ability to harmonize the inner and outer worlds. It's a reminder of life's inherent duality, the dance between the public self and the private soul. In that space, individuals and collectives alike must navigate the delicate balance of being seen and being true, a task as daunting as it is rewarding. The band's evolution is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a narrative of transformation where vulnerability becomes a source of strength. They illustrate how, through embracing the complexities of their own identities and the unpredictable flow of the industry, they could expand beyond the confines of any singular archetype. Their legacy, thus, is not just in the music they created, but in the journey they undertook, a blueprint of self-discovery and artistic integrity that continues to inspire. As you reflect on these themes, consider how the interplay of persona and authenticity manifests in your own life. What roles do you play, and how do they align with your inner truth? In what ways can embracing your shadow lead to an integrated and authentic existence? The path of self-discovery is as winding as it is enlightening, but through it, we find the essence of our true selves,